So in previous videos, I told you I was going to do the taco meat that I got at the restaurant supply store, big bags of it. That's what's happening today. Keep watching. Today is the taco meat. Like I mentioned, I went to the restaurant supply store, got a bunch of things. One of the things was pre-made and pre-seasoned taco meat that I've put down in the trays, and we'll see how it goes. I'll show you as I pull these out that I've slathered taco meat in there pretty good. I'm really curious to see how it went. Originally, or several videos ago, when I did just the browned ground beef, it dried really fast. This stuff had some kind of a seasoning to it and maybe a broth. It was, I don't actually know everything that was in it. I should go find out. But it came out kind of like a paste. Maybe it had some beans in it that you spread onto a taco shell or something. But I've got the freeze dryer ready, and I'll show you the trays as they come out. Or rather, I'll show you the trays as I uncover them. As far as weight goes, this will be the most dense batches that I've done, because it was over 7,000 grams of food. I think most of that has to do with the fact that meat weighs a little bit more. See, that one's pretty heavily loaded right up to the lip of the tray. And I'll start the freeze dryer here in just a second. It's pretty early in the morning here. I can't imagine that it's going to be done before I go to bed tonight. And so probably tomorrow morning this will be done. We'll see what happens. This will be a fun one to have in our food storage, assuming it all works. Have pre-seasoned taco meat that we can just use anytime we want. So this was a long one, but after I did the math, I realized that I had 10 pounds of taco meat in here, which was a lot more than I've done before. So it took 40 hours to dry. Last night, in the middle of the night, it finished. And so I've been heating the trays. Just make sure the vacuum is all released here. I'm going to see what they're like. So you can see here what this looks like. And I would say it is dry. It's just powdery. I guess I should find out what the seasoning was and all that, but that's probably the majority of what's just the powder, and then the ground beef is really small in it. Guess I'll see what it tastes like. It is not actually all dry. So I'm going to put it back in and let it continue drying. So since I'm going to go to work, now I just decided to add 4 more hours of dry time. We'll let it go. I should have tested some of the smaller trays that had less on it. It was pretty close, but there's just some parts of it that were a little cold. And so I'm thinking it wasn't totally done. But it was really thick, as you saw on there, so we'll let it keep going. Okay, I have let the taco meat run some additional time now. Let's see if it's dry. The trays aren't fully warm yet, but so I would say that it is dry. And whatever the seasoning and whatever mix that was in this taco meat is just kind of like a powder as it comes off here. And maybe that was kind of faking me out earlier today, because it's still the same as it was earlier. And I think it's just a factor of the way the seasoning is. So I'm going to turn the freeze dryer off, and I am going to weigh the trays so that I can figure out how much water needs to go back in it. And I'm also going to rehydrate some so that I can see what it's like. So it reconstitutes really well. I think that I needed to do less water. So usually I round up my water. I think I'm going to leave it down a little bit and reduce even just a little bit more. So I had half a cup of the taco meat, and I'm going to only put 2 ounces or a quarter cup of water in, and I think it will be just right. All right, so you can see it's taken a lot of work to seal up all of this taco meat. However, it tastes really good. I did taste it before, just coming out of the original packaging, but I figure that now I have, in half cup dry servings, I have 55 servings, and it doesn't take a lot of water to reconstitute them. So that's a lot of food storage. Yes, it took 40 hours to dry this, and it looks like it took almost $4 in electricity, but it was originally 10 pounds of taco meat, now reduced to this that's sitting in my food storage. So it turned out to be still a pretty good deal, and now I can use this in whatever I want. So next time we're gonna do the mashed potatoes that I got at the restaurant supply store.